In the cell next door to Féline's, silently musing on his rocking chair, sat Anant, the child with light. He seemed about 12 years old, half child, half man. On one hand, completely a child's soul, yet wise like an old sage. Deep green eyes sparkled under a fringe of jet-black hair. His occasional smile made the room light up and twinkle. His dark olive skin made him more difficult to see in the fading dusk after the sun had set, but the sky was still bright enough. In the misty distance, child Anant saw the stag's etheric form appearing, holding his great antlers aloft in the dimness with such nobility. Anant could almost discern the golden crown around its neck. The crest of the ruling family bore the same stag's head with crown around the neck, the von Havilschilds. Anant asked him, "Did you come straight from Havilscroft Castle?" The stag, "I came with the abbot, my child." "Did you bring good weapons for Féline? Do you have the Whirling Yantra also?" "Yes, I brought all of these and more instruments also." "Come sit with me, dear stag, and stare into the fireplace. Let us see what signs present themselves to us." And the stag, now almost physical, lay down on the floor beside child Anant, who stroked his head and played gently with the golden crown on his neck, sometimes running his fingers along the great antlers. The fire crackled, and the flames revealed images of things to come. They both saw the signs. The subtle face of the venerable Father Wizard shone from the flames for a moment, signaling them to join him in the abbot's quarters. And shortly after, they walked silently to the abbot's rooms on the other side of the garden. Féline was also watching the evening descend. In reverie, he retraced his steps from the prison cell to the monastery. The stag certainly belongs to England, and that crown. He recognized the crest of the von Havilschilds, the ruling family of ancient times. Their ancestral castle would not be far away from here. The thought brought back a sudden, ancient, and subconscious memory. He flashed back to a time centuries ago, in another body, yet it was his same self, riding a strong bay horse at great speed over these hills. Was it towards or away from Havilcroft Castle? His mission had been only half completed. He had been captured and taken to the prison. The pieces were connecting. That life and this life were one life, not two separate existences. It was a time warp. The abbot received Child Anant and the stag into his quiet quarters. His fireplace was huge, and the flames from the logs danced wonderfully in the dimly lit room. Abbot Chryselm had been in deep reflection when they arrived. He was strangely young for an abbot, in his 40s, with white flecks in his thick, dark hair. His robes were the same as all the monks, black, immaculate, and heavy. His dark and shining eyes danced behind his thin metal-rimmed glasses. His beard was also long, dark, and thick. Child Anant could discern his athletic and muscular frame that was lithe and slender, covered by the folds of his monastic robes. The abbot bore an uncanny resemblance to the venerable Father Wizard. Abbot Chryselm, welcome, my friends. Please sit with me, and let us look deep into the fire and see what signs present to us. They both silently took their seats near the abbot and gazed deep into the flames. The signs appeared. Subtly, the shadowy face of the venerable wizard, the eyes and ears of the great spirit of the universe became clear. He was gazing back at the group with sweetest love in his deep-set eyes. My children, my friends, my companions, said the wizard, do you hear me? Do you see me? Abbot Chryselm replied, yes, venerable Father Wizard. Please accept our loving greetings. What is your bidding? The wizard said, the great spirits are ready. The time is soon. Feline is here now, but no one must know of his existence or of his whereabouts. Even he must not yet know of his true purpose. He has to be trained, hardened, and made ultra-subtle. The leviathans, the great whales of the northern deep, have begun their chant. This has activated the mission of the great spirits. The ice mountains are soon ready to open the path. You must go to the ice mountains and greet the spirit of the ice mountains. You must intensify the power. You must make the light brighter and collect the energies into the yantra, the magical instrument of purified consciousness destined to transform the ways of the world. Feline must learn to use the Whirling Yantra. Do you understand? The abbot nodded and gazed deep into the dark pools of the venerable wizard's eyes. A rod of light connected their eyes, and great power was transferred to the abbot. He was entrusted with the power. It was a mighty power that could transform the universe. The two were really one and the same. The stag sat quietly near the fire, observing Abbot Chryselm and Child Anant. The abbot knew there would be many obstacles, people with unclear minds and fearful in the face of the portents. Those people must be strengthened and calmed. Stealthily, Phantom Michael entered the room. The stag caught his presence and clicked his antlers to alert the abbot. Abbot Chrism turned and said, "Michael, have you come for your instructions?" Michael was startled. Yes, no, well, I need to know what I have to do now." Abbot Chrism continued. "Don't follow Feline," commanded the abbot. "You have a different mission. You must go and watch over the target that you failed to kill at your botched attack on the Moldavian embassy. You must gather his mind and garner his thoughts. Go and keep vigil at the hospital in Akureyri. 3 of your companions were captured. They were broken at the dungeons of Whirling. Go and give them some support. You must also intensify the polarization that was begun with the embassy attack." "I will do it." And the ghost of Michael Tenebris vaporized.